Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian here in Florida, where we're covering the National Defense Industrial Association's annual SOFIC Conference and Trade Show, a leading gathering of special operators from all around the world, including the companies that serve them. Our coverage here is sponsored by FLIR, and we are here at PARASIM talking to Russ Lascink, former United States Marine and Naval Academy graduate as well. We did a little bit of parachuting, recon, and Zodiac boating in your day. And talk to us about the really cool simulator here for people who aren't particularly inclined to jump out of airplanes. This seems to be a really great way of getting the experience, but also very important training.
Yeah, it's a virtual reality trainer where it still gets your heart running. You got the adrenaline, you got sweaty palms, and you can practice all the emergency procedures without getting it right on the ground before you're up in the air trying to do it.
And you guys have been around for a little while. You've been in business for 20 years. There were a couple of hundred of these simulators. I also like the fan. There's a great fan that gives you that total airflow feeling, that wind in your face feeling. Talk to us a little bit about the strategy going forward. You now have a nice installed base. What do you guys? Why are you guys here at SOFIC?
Yeah, this year we're launching DBS 3 by Bohemia Interactive. And basically we can now load up the top secret scenes without having to coordinate with the civilian world like me. They have their own developers using our secret box. They can rehearse a top secret scene 100 times every which way and have it right on mission day.
And what's the secret sauce in making a system like this work and work effectively and efficiently? Because at the end of the day, you want the best user experience. So what are the things and the thinking and even some of the secret sauce that goes into doing this and doing it right in a way that for a military, highly demanding and look, this is highly demanding whether in the civilian world, but particularly so in a military environment.
Absolutely. The visual has to be exactly like the real thing. The handle location has to be exact. You can't have any negative training. So we also have the dynamics. So that we coordinate with the parachute manufacturers. The dynamics are accurate. The chutes look accurate. We now partner with VBS for the modeling. So we got the full package for visual, dynamics, and modeling now.
And we just saw part of the chute responding, sort of catching off guard the guy who probably has not done a lot of parachuting as he's plunging toward the ground at a fairly deep, later goes past 700 feet. What are some of the inputs that you can put in, whether it's for crosswind, for complications, for riser unfouling? All of those things go through your mind. I always love military briefings where they're putting you through it. Yeah, cut this, and this line, but make sure you don't cut too many so you don't collapse the chute. That's going to, for a lot of people, will be the first time when they're, a passenger in the back seat and God forbid they've got to get out of an airplane. Talk to us a little bit about how you introduce the uncertainty and get that training in a very positive way, because again, you don't want to reinforce bad training where somebody's life is literally hanging in the balance.
Yeah, so we took it from a safety trainer and now we're taking it to a mission planner. So they can look at the map, terrain map, figure out their downwind base final for that final flight in, and so now they can plan ahead and then rehearse that. And also it has 14 different malfunctions, and you're pulling your muscle memory all the way down to landing, proper timing of the flare, so preventing those broken ankles.
And he dropped relatively gently, but having been through other, perhaps somewhat less sophisticated simulators, I recall hitting the ground more like a 100-pound sack of potatoes, or maybe even a heavier sack of potatoes than that. Talk to us, did you dumb it down a little bit for the crowd here when they fall, do that last little bit?
We do have a PLF option where you can drop them at gravity, but we also don't want to hurt people in the trainer. We feel, you got the wind tunnel, you practice that. You want to do PLFs, hey, you got a sandbox over there. This is for canopy control, malfunctions, muscle memory, and mission planning. So we don't want to hurt people in the sim.
Fantastic. Have you thought about a commercial application of this so that people can set it up in their basement and just practice jumping? Because there are a lot of folks who really love doing it, and they, I could see you actually having a bit of a market for that.
Well, I did partner with the Dark Side. A West Point grad has approached me, and we're looking at putting one up around a very famous football team stadium.
When are you going to reveal that, Russ?
Probably after we beat them in the Army-Navy football game, but yeah, it's going to be live June of 19.
And it's funny that you should say that because we have a tendency of asking Service Academy grads for this. So as a class of 98, if I recall correctly, as class of 98, you're pretty confident that you think Navy's going to take it back after Army's had it for the last 2 years?
That's the plan, yeah. Otherwise, my simulator is not going to say the right wording at the end of the year. The West Point grad, we got a little bet going, so pretty confident.
Great. Listen, thanks very much, Russ. Best of luck to you guys. Thanks very much. Really, really neat what you guys are doing, and it actually makes me attracted enough to actually want to consider jumping out of an airplane.
All right. This is why it's here.
Thanks very much.